The Flowery Branch Falcons are no stranger to the state playoffs. 7th straight trip this year, but looking to make it into the quarterfinals for the 3rd time in those 7 tries. Falcons taking on Thomas County Central in a Sweet 16 matchup. Quarterback Candler Coker set to battle at the Branch, and he gets things going with a huge run. And by huge, I mean a 58-yarder that gets the Falcons in the red zone here on the opening drive, so they're in business. Looks like things may be a blowout, right? Well, not quite. The drive will stall for Flowery Branch, causing Leo Manzo and FB to settle for the 32-yard field goal. That puts Flowery Branch up 3-0 on the opening drive, but the Yellow Jackets sting quickly. Thomas County Central goes 78 yards on the answering drive, highlighted by this huge run by James Davis. And seldom would they throw the ball, but Adam Choice finds DeAndre Cooksey with the 22-yard pass and catch. 7-3 Yellow Jackets after both teams capitalized, put points up on the opening drive. Very next possession for Thomas County Central. Short work on this drive. It's Davis again. This time picks up 40 yards on the play into the end zone for 6 points, capping the 64-yard drive. Davis, a game-high 139 on the ground. That made it 14-3 still in the opening quarter, and it doesn't look good at the moment for FB. A long, grueling second quarter drive got the Falcons back in business. Casey Osborne gets the reverse, sweeps around. Great yardage out of bounds, deep in the red zone again for the Falcons. Moments later, Coker hands off to Jeremy Haley. The big guy puts it in 12 feet out, and the deficit is trimmed to just 4 points, 14-10 Yellow Jackets. Haley a slim 36 total rushing yards in this one, but that play was huge. Flowery Branch got the ball back with just seconds left on the clock in the first half. Going for it all, Coker to Jamad Stevens. Catch is made, but he overthrew him. So coming out in the second half after recess, Falcons hope to rise up, and it starts with the kickoff. Onside attempt recovered by FB, catches everyone in the whole stadium off guard, and that'll give them all the momentum. Take a listen to the Flowery Branch faithful as they go nuts. Back to Haley, the featured back for the Branch. Takes the handoff and rumbles ahead for a big chunk of real estate. A penalty brought it back some, but no matter. Coker uses his arm once again. Drops back and finds Chris Dilly. 40-yard strike for the score. Flowery Branch reclaims the lead at 17-14 to start the third quarter. Coker ended with 117 yards passing. A good portion of that on that play there on the touchdown throw. Thomas County Central answered very quickly, having to just go 45 yards for pay dirt. Choice chooses to keep racing down the sideline and past defenders. That gets the Yellow Jackets within a couple yards of taking back the lead. Seconds later, rewards himself with the short-range TD, 2 of his 116 on the ground. And now, as the pendulum swings, Yellow Jackets back up 21-17, still early in the third. Next, Thomas County Central possession leads to a fumble around midfield, recovered by Jacob Mathis, and the nail-biter is just getting started as the Falcons take over on the 43, and they will capitalize. As Candler Coker. Beautiful pass to Dilly down to the 25, so they're just outside the red zone. The Falcons will then stay with the passing game, finally getting C.J. Curry in the highlights. The Oklahoma State commit gets the 10-yard touchdown. Extra point is missed, so it's a tight one, 23-21, going into the fourth. The fourth quarter was not kind to the Falcons. Scratch that. They had their chances, but couldn't quite make the most of a slew of turnovers. A Flowery Branch punt was muffed by the Yellow Jackets and recovered by Quentin Mayfield at the 4-yard line. Should seal the deal, you say? Not so quickly. Fourth and 2 from the 2. Coker and the Falcons decide to roll the dice. They're going to go for it on fourth down. But as you can see, he is stuffed at the line. Impressive stand by Thomas County Central. They regain possession and still down by just a layup in basketball terms. After FB forced a punt and got the ball back with another short field, they still acted like they didn't really want it. Coker flushed out of the pocket and forces one into double coverage, pickpocketed by the Yellow Jackets. Going the other way again, but here we go again. Fumbled snap, and the Falcons pounce on it as Sidney Cheeks with the recovery at the 29. Anyone else getting whiplash from looking back and forth? It just kept going in the fourth quarter. But finally, Coker's used his arm already in the legs, and he goes back to that again from 15 yards out, crosses the plane, and almost untouched around the right end. Touchdown Falcons, and it's 29-21. Coach Lee Shaw wants 2, though, to make it a 10-point game with a little time left. So Coker looks to pass, then tucks and runs. Easy deuce. 31-21 Flowery Branch. Coker ended with 130 yards on 22 rushes. FB fans had to wait until those final moments to know for sure that the Falcons were going to move on in the state playoffs to the quarterfinals. Thomas County Central in desperation. Choice heaves one up too short, intercepted by Noel Padmore, seals the deal, puts the icing on the cake, bow on the box. Flowery Branch soaking in the victory now, but next advance to the 4A quarterfinals against number 1 Tucker on the road.